Hey everybody, what's been going on? Sorry I've not been on for a while. Had an awful lot on, as I said before, over Christmas and things like that. Picked up an old dirt bike today, which I'm just having a look through at the minute. I've already sprayed the expansion chamber on the exhaust because that was all rusty and supposed to be chrome. It was more rust than chrome. And I've just been doing the wires up the top here, replacing those for the battery, because it had no end connections whatsoever. I've just done that. I don't know if the bike starts. I couldn't even tell you that. I was told it did when it was laid to rest ages ago. Well, we'll get there when we get there. I can't check it because it doesn't have a gear shift. That's been taken off, and it doesn't have a kickstart at the moment. But I might be able to jump start it to see if she actually runs, or bump start it, should I say. She is a little two-stroke, 50cc, which has been uprated to 70, 80. The lad used to race them. As far as I've been told, the engine is very good on it, but I've only got somebody's word for that. I paid as cheap as chips for it. I'm going to clean it all up, and we'll see how we go with this one, because even though I've not got all the plastics or anything like that, I've got a load of bits here that I've gathered over the years that my kids have bought me bits and bobs and stuff over the years, which I can use as a push button start and things like that, which it'll be a bit of fun doing it. It's not a bad little bike. It's just very, very dirty where it's been abused. As I said, I've started spraying up the expansion pipe, should I say, for the exhaust, which I've done. I've told the bike does about 75, bit more. We'll see when it's there. Everything, yes, it looks a mess, but everything is there, just all over the fucking place. Excuse my language. It is road legal as well, oddly enough. The paperwork is on its way to me, or will be at some point. And I've checked it out on the MOT checker and everything. It was MOT'd a few years back, but there we go. I've got a lot of work to do on it, and I hope to be able to take you on that journey. It's just starting to rain here now, and I only came out just to do a little insight video just to show you what I've got. I can't pronounce what it's called. It's Gilera or something like that. I don't know nothing about them. At the end of the day, I presume it's very similar to like a pit bike, but just a bit more uprated. I don't know much about them at all. I haven't really done my homework. I've just looked a little bit last night before I went and purchased this. There's a few wires I've got to put back together and find out where they go, and da 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 da. You know the routine. I've got to find out whether there's no water left in the radiator tank, but I pulled the pipe off a moment ago and water came out, so there is still water in there, but I will probably flush the system and put all fresh water and coolant in it. I presume they take coolant, I'm presuming. But first of all, I've taken the battery off, see if I can get any life in that, because it had absolutely no water in it whatsoever. The accelerator cable is disconnected, the bits off the end of it, so I don't know where to go with that. I have actually got a new quarter throttle here, which I bought bloody ages ago for a bike and never used it. I believe the wires have come off of it for the stop-start thing, but I can resolder 2 wires on the end of there, I'm sure. Only a cheap thing, but at the end of the day, I don't know, is it an expensive bike? I looked at when they were new, they were about 3-4 grand-ish. Some of these, so I couldn't really tell you. I don't really know that much about it. All I know is it's a 2-stroke. I like the old 2-strokes. You can have a bit of fun with them. It is just a case of once I've got to get a kickstart for it or something where I can kick it over to see if I've got any form of spark there, or try it, because it does actually, it would have originally had a push button start. So I'm going to see, because my boys bought me a alarm system which has a automatic starter on it. You press the button and you can start the bike. I'm going to see if I can actually link that up at some point, so do away with keys and shit like that. Yeah, bit of fun. It's not perfect. I'm hoping I can get it done up fairly rapidly and sprayed up, cleaned up, and back on the road, which would be interesting. As I said, the wheels aren't in bad shape. They're not in bad shape at all. They're not. They're not in bad shape at all. Considering it's been sat outside for absolutely ages. They'll clean up. They're a bit scuffed here and there, but they'll clean up. Brake discs, they'll clean up with some brake cleaner. All of this will clean up. Brakes, I don't know about pads or shit all on that. The front one works, but I don't know about the back one yet. I don't know if it's even got any liquid in it. We'll sort that out. We'll bleed it and see what happens. Let's say it's got a little radiator on it, so I need to make sure that that's got water in it. It has got a horn. It has got a CDI unit. There's bits. That's off of the horn. Okay, that's off of the horn. That's fine. Yeah, it's got a CDI, and that goes to the spark plug. Yeah, we'll get there. There's no hardship here. No hardship. It's just very grubby, very dirty. We should be able to sort her out quite well, actually. As I said, I've already sprayed this expansion chamber up. It ain't perfect, but if you'd have seen it 10 minutes ago, you would have screamed at me. It was disgusting. So yeah, there's bits of wires all over the place. These are for like the light and God knows what else. We can clean most of that up. I'm hoping as long as I can get her kicked over and get some power into her. But I'll show you. The kickstart's supposed to go here, but apparently when he was racing it, he broke the end off the kickstart and took it off, and he can't find it. I don't know whether there's something missing here. A lot of the bits are plastic on it, which I find deeply concerning. I'm not used to plastic things on motorcycles. I don't know what's supposed to go here. I'm going to have to do my homework on that, whether anything at all. I've just connected the clutch up because the cable was hanging out at that end, but it does have clutch. It's a very stiff clutch, but it does have clutch. It's got a speedo and everything. Hopefully we can get that cleaned up and find out what everything does. No key. Oddly enough, and the story's a bit weird, his dog ate it. Yeah, do we believe that? I don't know. I think his dog ate it. He said it had a fluffy thing on the end of it and his dog used to play with it. Anyway, they can't find the key, so I'll either try and find I've got keys all over the place. I'll either try and find a key that will fit in it, or as I said, we'll we'll run our thing that the boys bought me years ago, which we'll fire it up from pressing a button. Yeah, and I just need to find out about the plastics. I did look last night, I found some for about 35 quid. Towel light's not right on it. I have actually got a better one of those somewhere. The pipe, don't know. We'll sort that out. I'll spray it up black. There's no point having it silver or any of that old stuff. If I can get this running, I'm going to use this bike for going backwards and forwards to work occasionally.